Hey everybody, so I want to make a commentary video while we watch this together because I'm pretty good at facial expressions and body language too and stuff. It's hard for me to explain. It's hard for me to explain how I know certain things, but yeah, let's just watch the video. It's going to be titled. Let me see here. Let me just go back. So he's at the state. So Sean Paul Reyes here is at the Corrupticate police headquarters, and yeah, you could tell that they're definitely mad. I read some of the comments in here too. Let's kind of scroll through them. Pause the video if you guys like. Take your time to read the comments here. Just doing one, half a screen at a time. But yeah, let's go back and watch. I'm gonna link the video in the in a pinned comment or something, so that way you guys can go watch the actual video. But I just want to do my commentary thing like I usually do, and let's just go from there. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear. Let me turn the volume up here. I got the AC going because it's like really hot out there. So.
Law enforcement officer again.
Who are you?
No, who are you? Who are you?
You came to speak to me.
You have your credentials on?
Yeah.
How'd you get in the front door? This is a secured building. You need to exit the building immediately.
You see his facial expression. He has a look of disdain for Sean, and he has like, I can't believe this is really going on. Like, what the fuck kind of look. You could tell he's just. He really wants to say something stupid, you know what I mean? At least he's acting a little professional. I can't say 100% sure, but he definitely wants to say something stupid. You could tell. And it's not about how, it's basically, the underlying thoughts in their heads, right? That's what matters the most. We're all human. We all have thoughts and feelings about things, and that's what matters the most. It's not where you're at. It's not about the wall. It's not how the wall reads or anything. It's about what's on the person's actual mind and what they could be and what they could potentially do if they were allowed to do it, or if they could do it. You know what I mean?
There is no videotaping. There's no audio or
with
videotaping it at all. You need to exit the building.
That's not a law.
Exit
the public.
The building.
And then you have two more showing up when he obviously has no weapon. He's not making any crazy moves. He has a microphone in his hand. Another person probably holding the camera. You know what I mean? So there's no need to have all this activity going on. There's no need. It could just be these two, if anything, him. That's it. He should be wearing a body camera though, and they all should be wearing body cameras 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but as long as they clock in. And then when they clock out, then they wear a body camera until they clock out.
Immediately. This is a secured building. You are not allowed in here. It says it right in there. No audio, no recording. Goodbye.
That's where
all the way out. This is a secured facility. This is a secure.
At least he's got a body camera, so that's good. So yeah, that one could be FOIA'd. That camera, but that could be FOIA'd. And what's his name? Sawyer. Okay, so we got Sawyer. And who else do we have here?
It's not so secure if I got here, right? If I walked in.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that was a warm welcome.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Behind me is the Connecticut State Police Training Academy, which houses the Connecticut Police Officer Standards and
Sorry, I was wrong.
Council.
I thought it was the headquarters.
We're here today in Meriden, Corrupticate to submit a revocation complaint for the certification of former Sergeant Brian Fahey. As we all have seen, he's engaged in egregious misconduct.
I should get to work, is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
Wow. That bald-headed motherfucker.
Just stand there and hold your cell phone in my face is what you wanted to do.
Stop pushing me. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in the building.
You have no business.
I do have business here. Stop acting like a savage. What are you doing? Get that gun out of your
goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care who you are.
I
don't care who you are.
Fucking property.
I don't care who you are.
Get off my fucking property.
I don't care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
my property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
criminal misconduct.
Let me
and
go
he needs
back
to be
and
held
actually
accountable, and he needs.
zoom in
I fucking
on
don't care
that.
who you are. Right now.
You
spit in my face.
property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Actually, yeah, let me,
Goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing
I don't
on
care
my
who you are.
fucking
I don't
property.
care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't care
property.
who you are.
Right now.
see it?
Spit in my
See it?
face.
You could see his lips purse. Thank goodness for technology, right?
Get that gun out of
God
here.
damn.
I'm gonna hit the space bar here. We're
I
gonna,
don't care who you are.
and I got it at the highest resolution, so I can't do this. This video isn't 4K, so.
I don't care who you are.
Fucking
I don't care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't care who you are.
right.
Damn, I just missed it too. Gotta go back a little bit.
I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are.
Fucking
I don't care who you
Get off my fuck.
I don't care who you are.
See that? See that? See how his lips are pursed? So yeah. See that?
Right now.
So yeah. I'm glad I got a very good. I'm glad I got a close up.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
my property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Criminal misconduct, and he needs to be held accountable, and he needs to have his certification revoked so he is never a law enforcement
Yep.
officer in the state of Connecticut again.
Corrupt the
So
kid.
I looked up the address. This is where that training council is apparently located. So we're going to go inside, ask some questions, see if we can submit this complaint here, as long as with all the evidence we have. I have a USB flash drive. I even brought my nifty press pass here. So let's get into it. This one? Thank you. Appreciate it. Really? Yeah, they saw me coming, huh?
Thank you.
I got it, thank you. Hey, how are you, ma'am? Where's the POSTC office?
That I don't know. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
You got no idea recording. You got
I'm
the
sorry?
ribbon?
Yeah, I'm just here to see the commission.
Okay, you got the sign down here. Hold on.
Right, that's not a law, ma'am. I just wanted to see the commission.
Yeah, policy is not law, people. You all need to understand that. Policy is not law. It needs to actually be in the law books. The state legislature or senate, whoever does the state laws, need to put it in the book saying that you cannot record in a publicly accessible building. That's what they need to do. That's
Training Academy.
that's how they would make things legal, right? But because they say it's policy, policy does not trump the law. It just doesn't.
This is where officers like former Sergeant Brian Fahey learned to be tyrants. And
And guys are like, what the fuck's going on?
Here at the Connecticut.
He's like, why do you want to shake his head and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm
Creative writing.
stuck in the middle of this.
To put it nicely, creative
Fuck,
writing.
fuck that tyrant.
Commissioner here. I'll take a look. Ronald Higgins.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see in his eyes. You can see in his eyes that he's
saying that the internal
he's a tyrant.
report was accurate, unbiased, complete.
Yeah.
As opposed to my edited, deceiving videos. So I do have a new cameraman, my old cameraman, obviously, from being.
I would have been glad to do that. I mean, I'm not going to do it for free, but I'll be happy to do it. I wouldn't back down for nothing,
Unjustly arrested. He decided that he didn't want to tag along anymore. I don't blame him. So I have the one and only Leroy Truth from Leroy Truth.
Oh hell yeah! Oh man, I wish that Leroy, yeah, like he's actually really good, and he's not scared of anything either. This guy tells it how it is, and he stands up for the rights of us. And I appreciate him and I appreciate Sean.
Investigations. He also does not have a hood or a mask, as the Connecticut State Police wanted to say in their report here. So we're here today to submit a complaint with the POSTC, Connecticut Police Officer Standards and Training Council. Here is the report here, here's the complaint here. We're trying to speak to somebody to get former Sergeant Brian Fahey's certification to be a law enforcement officer here in the state of Connecticut revoked. As we've all seen, over millions of people have witnessed. Brandished a firearm, spat in my face. You can see over here in the auditorium, they are conducting a training session right there. Again, we're here to... Hey sir, who are you?
No, who are you?
Really?
Who are you? So you,
Sawyer's gonna say
you
that?
can't even speak to me.
Who are you? You have your credentials on?
Yeah.
How'd you get in the front door?
Oh, I was let in. So who
By
are
who?
you? Who are you, sir?
By who?
Who are you, sir?
By who?
I don't know anybody's name. Nobody wants to give me their names
All right.
like you.
You need to exit this is a secured building. You need to exit the building immediately.
Oh, he does have a
I'm
camera on.
taping, there's a
Okay.
sign right there. It says
I didn't see it before, guys,
videotaping
so-
it at all. You need to exit the building
That's not a
immediately.
law. This is
You need to
a
exit the building immediately.
right, but I'm here to see a public office.
Exit
The public.
the building immediately.
Am I
This
in
is
the?
not a public office.
I feel like this fucking tyrant wants to go hands on. I mean, you could tell by his like movements that he just wants to reach out and grab Sean and just throw him out the door. You know, he just gives me that vibe. You know.
Am I in the wrong space? Is this where the Connecticut Police Officer Standards and Training Council
This
is?
is not it. No. Goodbye.
Yeah, this is where it is. Do you mind if I get your name before I leave, sir?
No, you can leave.
Sawyer.
Good. Out the door.
But
This is a secured building.
This is where the Connecticut
This is a
Police
secured building. You are not allowed in here. It says it right in there. No audio, no recording. Goodbye.
Connecticut Police
Have a
Officer
good day.
Standards and Training Council.
Have a good day.
Is that where this office is?
Have a good day.
Sir, I'm not a threat to you. I'm a journalist. I'm asking questions. I wanted to submit this complaint.
Have a good day.
This,
Go.
I am in the process of leaving, but I'm asking some questions.
Good. You can go walk it. We're not answering any questions. Have a good day.
Sir, this is where the Connecticut Police Officer Standards and Training Council is, correct?
the outside. Yeah. Good. You can film right in front of, and that's
All right, I'm out of the building now.
That's fine.
This is the address where I
all
got.
the way out.
I am out of the building.
So we can
sir.
close the door, sir. Thank you. This is a secured facility. This is a secure building. This is not.
It's not so secure if I got
Yes,
here,
it
right?
is.
If I walked in.
It doesn't matter.
Close the door now, sir. Okay, thank you. You see
Sir, where is? I didn't enter a key code. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the Connecticut Police Officer Standards and Training Council gives this address, and it says it's open to the public from 9 to 4, sir.
So this building isn't open to the general public.
But this is. Do you know where the Training Council is, sir? Excuse me. Oh, that was a warm welcome. So just to be clear, the Connecticut Police Officer Standards and Training Council, the complaint for verifications of such certification, I looked it up online, and I was told to come here, 285 Preston Avenue, Meriden, Connecticut. It said that it was open from 9 to 4 to submit a complaint. That's what I was trying to do. They said it's a secure building. We walked right in without any issues. I mean, I don't really get it. It has a sign literally for visitors over here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Administrative assistant. I'm gonna. I have to get my cell phone, or do you have your phone on you, Leroy? Do you mind if I use it? Well, wasn't that a warm welcome?
That was bizarre. I mean,
Very
aggressive.
weird.
Very, very aggressive, too. By the way, what happened to your other cameraman?
My other cameraman, I now have Leroy Truth from Leroy Truth Investigations here. So he also does not have a hood and a mask, as the state police were saying. They falsely stated in the report that my cameraman had a mask and a hood.
There were so many false statements made in the Internal Affairs report, it'll make your head spin. And Colonel Daniel Loffman, the commanding officer of the Connecticut State Police, thought that it was a fair, accurate depiction of what happened and gave a lot of context. You know, it gave context, but just false context. You know, his department are liars. That's what they are. So again, my cameraman obviously does not want to engage in these sort of journalistic activities anymore. He's actually traumatized seeing a therapist over this entire scenario. So Leroy here, he's got the heart of a lion, and
damn right, fucking. That's one thing that I've got in common, you know, with all these guys is that I don't back down. I won't back down. I don't care what they say. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like I'm not for tyranny. I stand against it. And I'll call it the bootlickers and the boot eaters and the fucking boot boofers, you know? So
as you can see, why he'd be scared. We walked into a public building. They say it's restricted, but they opened the door for us. They had no problems with it. Apparently, I mean, it wasn't restricted. We got in. How did we get there? They always say it's restricted, you know?
Yeah.
And then we just walked in. We were let in by an employee here. And again, this is the address I get. I wanted to make a complaint with the Connecticut POSTC, the training council, to revoke former Sergeant Brian Fahey's certification. And apparently, that office doesn't exist. I mean, we'll see. Let's call the administrator right now. Hey, I'm just recording for quality assurance and transparency. Ma'am, I am trying to speak to somebody from the
Quality assurance and
POSTC council. I
transparency.
was told that it's here
Good one.
at the state
Good one,
police
Sean.
academy. I'm looking to speak to somebody regarding submitting a complaint for revocation of an officer's certification per Connecticut general statute. I was told that I can do that, submit a complaint here. So I'm just outside and I wanted to figure out what was that process.
Oh, okay. So, what is your name, please?
Sure, my first name is Sean Paul, Seanpaul. That's one word, ma'am. And then my last name is Reyes, Reyes.
Okay, so you're out front if you want to submit a...
Yeah, I have documentation, a flash drive. Just, I saw the complaint form on your website. It says you guys were open, at least I don't know if you work for the POSTC, but it says the office was open from, I believe, 9 to 4. So I just wanted to stop by here and submit the complaint per the Connecticut general statute that allows for that.
Okay, so normally we're not open to the public. Our headquarters is open to the public in Middletown, but I could certainly reach out to the executive director and see how we...
Yeah, what's the proper way? Yeah, it wasn't very clear online, but I know there is a statute that provides for a member of the public submitting a complaint for investigation by the POSTC, the training council. So I just, whatever authority that statute has, when I Googled your office, it didn't come back, it came back to this office here in Meriden, the police academy.
Okay, let me just check with him and
Sure.
What is your number? I can give you a call back.
Sure, my number's, yeah, I'll be waiting here. I don't know if it's here or another location, but I'll just wait here until I get your call back. Thank you, ma'am. What was your first name again?
My name is Lois.
Lois. Thank you, Lois. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Let me find out for you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we just got on the phone with Lois, who apparently works in the, she's the administrative assistant. As you could see there, very nice woman. She was very cordial, very professional, very polite with us. That's how all public servants should be with members of the public. Again, we were let into the building. Let's be very clear. We were allowed into the building. I Googled the address for the POSTC, the training council, and it brought me here. She says there's a headquarters. Obviously, there is some sort of office here for the POSTC, the Connecticut Training Council, but there's some office here that exists. Maybe there is a headquarters we can go to. I don't know, but I think the behavior and the conduct of the Connecticut State Police, very aggressive for, they could have just answered who they were. Who are you?
Yeah.
Oh, who are you?
Yeah, they could have said, Sergeant so-and-so, or Trooper so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Sawyer could have said, Officer Sawyer with the Connecticut State Police, and this is our building policy based on state statute, blah, blah, blah. you know, he could have been very cordial and to the point, but Sawyer wasn't, and his buddy that was behind him definitely was not professional either.
Polite conversation. You know, we were right in the lobby of the building. We were let in. You know, de-escalation works wonders. Hey sir, how are you? They asked me for my credentials, and I actually brought my credentials today, courtesy of freepresspass.com. Printed this out earlier today. I normally don't carry credentials, as you all know, because
there's no need to.
Useless. I mean,
yeah, there's no need to. You, the viewer watching this right now, me making this video, Sean making this video, we are our own press. We have freedom of the press, First Amendment, freedom of the press. We can be press anytime, anywhere we want. As long as it's a publicly accessible space, publicly owned building, publicly owned property, we can do anything that is press related anytime we need to. I don't see why policy can trump the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment and trying to think what the other amendments are. I need to brush up on the Constitution again. I really do.
And only people who believe in credentials are the people who don't understand the United States Constitution and the First Amendment. But you know, let's play by their game. Let's play by their game and see how far it gets us. And our credentials didn't get us anywhere, so
yeah,
didn't get us anywhere.
Useless.
And I brought the man with the suit and a tie as the cameraman over here, Leroy Truth Investigation. Again, he wasn't, you know, Mike Emergil cameraman wasn't as well dressed as Leroy, but he sure wasn't wearing a mask and
being dressed in t-shirt, jeans, and a bandana or a hat or whatever does not make you like unprofessional and shouldn't even be looked at. What should be looked at is the behaviors of how the person's acting, if they're acting immature or aggressive or something. But no, his camera guy was completely silent and being professional up there in the town of Mystic, Connecticut at 46 Pendleton Court, I think it was. He was being very professional, and you know, and they still said that he was wearing a mask and he was being aggressive. It just makes no sense, you know. These fucking corrupted kid cops, you know.
And a hood, but you know, we'll wait for a call back and we'll see what happens.
My name is Tom Wider. I'm the executive director.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Sean. Nice to meet you. And your name, ma'am?
Jessica.
Jessica? Nice to meet you, Jessica. So I'm here. Thank you for your card. So I'm here just to speak with somebody. When I Googled the POSTC, the Connecticut State Police Training Council, it brought me here as per Connecticut General Statute. I wanted to file a complaint against a former police sergeant, Brian Fahey, for his conduct while he was a state police officer. I brought some documents.
Yeah, and the thing about with Brian Gahey, I'm going to call him Brian Gahey, he was saying he was a Connecticut state trooper, but yet he was in civilian clothes and at his house at the time. So under the color of law, he definitely misrepresented the corrupted kid state police.
Some evidence to submit. I'm not a lawyer, but I looked at there's a mechanism via the Connecticut General Statutes to submit that complaint directly to the POSTC, the Training Council. Are you familiar with that?
Well, sure, of course we are.
Okay, I don't know.
we don't accept revocation requests from the general public. We only accept revocation requests from chief law enforcement officials of law enforcement units in Connecticut.
Okay, the statute doesn't allow a member of the public to submit a complaint?
Well, you can submit a complaint. This is not, the Post Council, Post Academy is not an investigative body per se. So if there was a revocation request to be submitted here, it would come from chief law enforcement official from a law enforcement unit.
But it doesn't specifically state that in the statute from what from the way I'm
the Post Council has they will request from That is
So
actually.
it's an internal policy. But
It's a post-council. Post-council is an appointed body.
Okay. Can I just grab the law here, the actual, I just want to show you something. I'll have it over here, sorry. So to make sure we're talking about the same thing. So I was submitting the complaint pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 7-294D.
Yes.
That's the same statute we're talking about.
Yes.
And I would just give some, so your internal policy at the training council does not allow for a member of the public to submit a complaint against an officer for conduct unbecoming that would.
Right, so, I mean, if we're talking about a complaint per se, right, not revocation, we don't investigate complaints against officers. We frequently receive complaints here from the public because they think this might be a landing spot to send them. We refer them typically back to the agency where an officer is employed. If we're talking about revocations, again, it's the post-council standing policy that they only accept revocation requests from chief law enforcement official for law enforcement unit, which is typically the chief of police or
in this case, the colonel.
Right.
The commanding officer,
the colonel of the state
commissioner,
police is the chief.
The chief,
law
right.
enforcement official.
The colonel, Daniel Wolfman. Okay, but there's no mechanism for dealing with you guys directly because the colonel, the chief law enforcement officer for the Connecticut State Police, he issued an internal affairs report. He signed off on an internal affairs report about this incident, but it's full of inaccuracies and false statements. And I was reading the statute, and it doesn't provide for the complaint has to come from a chief law enforcement officer.
Well, first of all, I can't speak for Colonel Lockman or
right
process. No comment on that. But again, this is the policy here at the academy. It's the policy established by the post council, which has authority over certification, decertification, revocation.
And the post council is made up of
22 appointed people. 7294 outlines all of the appointments and where they have to come from to be considered for an appointment.
Okay, so it's 22 individuals. Are they law enforcement individuals?
I believe 8 of them are chiefs of police. The governor of our state has a lot of the appointments.
Okay.
Members of the General Assembly.
And as we all know, the governor did not want to engage with him. He did not want to speak with him. He was trying to brush him off like he was a fly. So it starts at the governor's office, right? All the corruption and corrupticate starts at the governor's office and filters its way down. So, yeah, corrupticate is worse. I live in Maryland, okay? I'm not far from corrupticate. I really am not. I could probably get there in 3 or 4 hours, something like that. But still, it's a fact that there's corruption everywhere we are. And we, the people who are the patriots, want to get these tyrants out of office, put them in jail, put them under the jail. If anything, I would prefer to send them to Gitmo, okay? Build up Gitmo a lot more bigger and throw them all together and feed them bread and water and give them showers once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Senator Tam has an appointment. It's all listed in the statute.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's the internal policy, I mean, there's nothing I could do. I really appreciate you coming out and speaking with me. And I just, again, when I Googled, I did a quick Google search of, where the office was. I wasn't aware that this is somehow a restricted building to the public.
Yeah, I mean, this is a public building, but we don't service the public, right? It's an academy. We teach police officers. We teach recruits. Do members of the public come here by invitation for certain functions? Yes, but it's not a facility, again, that we serve the public from.
Okay. All right, sir. So I will look into this. Is there a different office for the POSTC, or this is the main office?
No, this is it.
This is
285
it.
personnel.
Because when I was speaking to Lois on the phone, she said that there was a headquarters.
Well, headquarters. Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar. It's just a few minutes down the street.
Oh, that would be
the headquarters.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So the POSTC is under the desk, or is a separate agency?
It's a body with separate and distinct authority.
Right.
But it is connected to DESP, and it's connected to the police
and I just
and the
want
academy staff.
Because this officer is no longer an officer with the state police anymore, but the certification is for any law enforcement agency inside of the state of Connecticut, correct?
not just the state police.
Correct. Any police officer in the state of Connecticut is certified through post council.
And there is no way that your office or the POSTC, the training council, can initiate. There's no other than a chief law enforcement officer. I just want to understand. So
yes.
a couple more minutes. So there is no other mechanism for the training council to look into a officer being decertified for his misconduct, without a chief of police from any agency or just his agency?
His or her agency. There's one caveat to that. The inspector general can also.
The inspector general
request.
Sounds
yes,
like that's my
depending on
next stop.
circumstances.
Okay, inspector general. Okay, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your time today. Thank you for coming out and taking my questions, being cordial. Thank you so much, ma'am. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we just spoke with the director of the State Police Training Academy here, the director of this building. I will give him credit for coming out and speaking to us and being cordial and answering all my questions. You know, that's all we really ask for, is for somebody to be cordial and treat us with respect and acknowledge our requests. And he did that. He came out here and he answered our questions.
And plus he explained how, you know, like how the council's made up and how the appointees are appointed and things like that. He actually got into the nuts and bolts of it, and I appreciate that. You know, I mean, I don't think he really wanted to be out there, especially when it's hot out, but at least he was cordial and he did explain the nuts and bolts of it, and he was I'd say 98.99% you know, good with it. I mean, it's hard for me to explain things, you know, sometimes.
That's important. And he even admitted that this is a public building, not generally open to the public, but not some sort of prison, you know, no high security facility here. Very cordial, very nice. Apparently there's an internal policy. I'm not an attorney, so the Connecticut General Statute 7-29-4D is related to the Police Officer Standards and Training Council. And it gives them the authority to look into law enforcement officers in Connecticut, analyze their misconduct, and revoke or suspend an officer's certification for conduct undermining fitness to serve, dishonesty, abuse of authority, or violations of the Post-C Code of Ethics and Professional Standards. I think that former Sergeant Brian Fahey violated every single one of those standards. We're going to keep reporting. A lot of people say, you know, hey, you've been reporting on this Fahey situation for a while. This is a major story. This is the story of 2025. This is my mission. This is my goal until accountability.
Yeah, and I appreciate that too. Like, a lot of people would just back down, and he's on top of it, and he's in it thick and thin, and I appreciate Sean for that. You know, he does need to stay on top of this. He needs to see it through. You know, because if he backs down, then the powers that be win, right? And he would lose. So as long as he stays on top of it, by the grace of God, I think he'll come through pretty good.
Is had, which is why I came here to revoke his certification, so he can never be a law enforcement officer in the state of Connecticut again. It's very important to follow up. It's very important to chase these stories and to investigate these stories and to make sure that accountability is had, because if not, we're just posting videos of crazy, wild encounters of unhinged police officers. It's all about the follow through. And we're going to continue to
see, exactly right too. He had said it very right.
Do that. You know, after my questions, he did say that the Inspector General can submit a complaint for revocation. So we're going to go to the Inspector General's office and give him all this information, and hopefully they do the right thing. So stay tuned. So they told me the other person that could submit a recommendation for decertification would be the Inspector General of Connecticut. So Inspector General Prescott, he was actually just appointed July 1st, 2025. So we came down to the only known address for him at his office, which is the Division of Criminal Justice here right behind me. So we're going to try and see if we could speak to him, get some answers, you know, submit our complaint. I'm not going to hold my breath. These government buildings are locked down, but we'll see what we can do. Let's get into it.
Hi, who are you here to see, man?
Hi, the Inspector General of the office. Inspector General's office, I was told, is here.
They are not in this office.
No?
They have a protected address.
Okay.
Inspector General.
Yes. Hold on. We'll get you the on-call inspector for the day because they'll be able to help you.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, how are you, sir? My name is Sean Paul Reyes. What's your name?
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Inspector Perone. Inspector Perone. Thank you, sir. Perone. Excuse me.
And since they got cameras, we could FOIA those two. Any member of the public, it doesn't matter where you're from, you could FOIA those body cameras. You know, I'm sure there's a fee associated with it and the paperwork process. You know the nitty gritty of it, but anyone could FOIA that. I just want to let you guys know.
So I went to the Connecticut Police Officer Standards Training Council. I was looking to, part of the Connecticut General Statute 729 4D, to submit a complaint that would revoke certification of a law enforcement officer. So I was recently attacked by a law enforcement officer, former sergeant. He now is retired, former sergeant, but he was an active duty Connecticut State Police Officer, former Sergeant Brian Fahey. So I wanted to submit a complaint against him. I had some documents here. They told me to come speak to the Inspector General's office. Do you guys work out of that office?
No.
You guys are just...
This is the Chief State Attorney's office.
Right, but this is the address that's given for the Inspector General.
I can take whatever you want and just turn it in, or you can scan it, email it, or you can mail it. Whatever you
Is
like.
the Inspector General like under the Chief State's Attorney? Like is that, or is it like a separate agency? Like I know his name's
It's under the same
Judge
umbrella.
Elliott or something like that. He was just appointed in July 1st. But it's under the same umbrella as the Division of Criminal Justice.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, this is for the
For a complaint.
yeah, for the Chief State's Attorney, though. Office of the Chief State's Attorney.
Yeah, we don't work for the Inspector General.
Is his office here?
No.
His office isn't here. The Inspector General. Okay. Yeah, if you
Want
want.
to put it in an envelope, we can get it.
Yeah.
Put his name on it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be
We
great.
can get you an envelope.
Yeah, sure. I have a flash drive too.
Oh, yeah, whatever you want to put. You
Right.
seal it up and then
Perfect.
we'll make sure it gets to where it's got to go.
I appreciate that.
All right,
Sir.
hang on a
Thank you.
second.
Yep, thank you. So apparently the Inspector General's office is unknown to the public. I can't even find it on Google. It's only a mailing address. I'm going to mail him some documents as well, but his official duties are to investigate use of force, failure to intervene, investigate law enforcement officers, and then decertify them if that is the case, or recommend decertification to the Office of...
Hey everybody, I think we all need to recommend it. You know what I mean? Like we all need to use that address, and we all need to send something. I really do. I don't have any. I don't have a printer here. I mean, I wish I did. There's always free printers, I guess, on Craigslist and Facebook. I got to get me a printer and type something up, because yeah, if we all send something, I mean, if we flood those offices with, you know, it's certified, and it should be certified mail, okay? Just don't mail it in, and then, you know, you need to certified mail it, so that way you know that they got it and is insured in case it gets quote unquote lost in the mix, you know? So.
Police Officer Standards and Training Council, POSTC, which we tried to speak to earlier. As you saw, we were greeted by very unfriendly law enforcement officers, very unfriendly public servants that didn't like the fact that we were there asking questions, trying to get some accountability. So now we're here at the Criminal Justice Division, the Division of Criminal Justice, Office of the Chief State's Attorney. I've been here before, didn't have very good experience here last time I was here, which seems to be the case everywhere here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But you know, we're trying to get some accountability. Doesn't seem like we can get accountability.
Oh.
That should take it out. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to put it in there?
Yeah.
With a marker, you put the name of who you want it to, and we'll get it through the inter-office mail and get it to where it's got to go.
Perfect. Big envelope.
In the office stuff.
I appreciate it.
So you get a memory stick too, you want to throw in there?
Yeah, I just want to throw in a flash drive and some video over there. It's
You want to seal it? So you seal it up.
Yeah, just gonna put this back in.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get it in the inter-office mail and it's better than.
I really wish that I could write good because my
He was just appointed, correct?
Yes, sir.
July 1st.
So, do this.
and this is all on video, so they can't say that they lost it in their internal mail system either, because we got the proof, everybody, that he put it in the envelope, that his hands are on the envelope, the marker's in his hand, and so we all have proof now. So the Inspector General should acknowledge us, we the people, and say, yes, I got it, I reviewed the video. I specifically saw him spitting in Sean's face at timestamp, blah, 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 right? Things like that. If anything, the Inspector General should actually call Sean and say, you know, hey, can we do you want to do like an interview back at the location? You know, we have a conference room, and I can bring in my people, and we'll do on camera transparency type interview, and we'll get down to the bottom of this right now. That's what the Inspector General should actually be doing.
How's that, Frank? Anything else we can do for you?
No, that's it.
All right. No worries. Have a great day.
All right, take care. That's all we can do, right? That's all we can do. We have to operate within this sort of back and forth. You can't speak to anybody directly as far as the Inspector General. They don't even work with the Inspector General. So we handed them over. We did what we could do. At least they could say that, they can't say that we didn't give them every opportunity to do the right thing. So again, you know, guys, we're going to keep doing the best we can. We're going to get answers. We're going to try and get accountability one way or another. We're going to try all our options. So stay tuned to the channel. Peace.
All right, I'm going to link the video, and I'm going to make it a pinned comment below, everybody. So watch the original video and comment below also, you know, what you guys think. See you later.